Hi guys, this is 2020 astrological forecast and I would like to welcome you to the new era. In the first part of the video, I'm gonna be talking about impact of astrological events, which they will have on a global scale, on a global basis, like for society and for all of us all together. But in second part of the video, I'm gonna break it down according to your zodiac sign. So stay tuned, okay? Year 2020 was really a long-awaited year for everybody who is in this field. We were really wondering what this year will actually bring, because there are some overwhelming and massive events in the sky, and they will definitely impact or touch lives of us, and I believe of the world, shall we say. Now, first event is very important, and it's gonna be conjunction between Saturn and Pluto, and it will happen on January 12th, and then it will repeat itself in 2021. So I believe whatever happens in January 12th, it will still need to be completed, and only in 2021 we will be very much clear what is really going on here, okay? Now, this conjunction is in the sign of Capricorn, which is really very heavy, right? Because, Capricorn energy itself is very authoritative, but still, if we combine Saturn and Pluto, which are really very powerful planets, but each of them is powerful in its own unique way, we will get probably some very interesting results. Now, this conjunction happens only once in 32 or 38 years. It depends, but in past, if we look into the past, we can definitely say that this conjunction was sort of responsible for the events of World War I and World War II. Typical endings and beginnings are connected to this conjunction. This conjunction is especially important for you if you have it in your own birth chart, as I do, for example. So then you should definitely, have your reading by astrologer, because you should really be clear of where this conjunction happens, in which house for you, because it will be the most important area for you during these upcoming years, okay? Now, if we combine Saturn and Pluto, Saturn is all about structure, having things done, but also having things the same in a way. Saturn really cling to the old and to known and very much predictable things, but Pluto is very much the opposite, right? Pluto is really very transformative energy. Pluto craves changes, and for Pluto it is all about spiritual growth, but again, dark side always comes into play with Pluto. Now, I really believe that things have to crash down first to be rebuilt or reborn again. So one of the most common themes of this conjunction is that we really will be forced to let go of something. With this conjunction, obviously it depends on the house, but it is probably like outgrown, let's say, parts of your personality or old patterns. It can be very deep and psychological, because we all cling to something, right? And in 2020 we will be a little bit forced to give it away, whether we want or no, because first we really need to have like space, and only then new things can come into our life, okay? Now, negative side of this aspect is obviously very much connected to abusing the power, to crime, and even to corruption and tyranny, right? Because this aspect is really heavy, or can be heavy, if we sort of mistreat it, right? So definitely there can be increasement in corruption and in crime. You know, you personally may be dealing with someone who is very authoritative, and you know, you will sort of have to let go, or walk away or something. But on more global scale, I believe that there will be some authoritative figures who will try to force something into whole society, okay, whatever it will be. So this is really negative side, okay, so we better be careful. On more positive note, which is always good news, this conjunction is one of those things that can really bring us advanced quantum engineering, okay, new ways of using the power in its core, and really things like this. So it can really be interesting, and I believe that on a global scale, it will be all about power, how we use the power, who holds the power, and you know, how can we definitely restructure even organizations, systems, politics, because this is really heavy energy, and on a global scale it can really mean some very meaningful and important and very much necessary events for all of us, for everybody, right? Now, on more positive note, I would like to talk about another conjunction which will be happening. It is Jupiter conjunct Pluto in 2020, and it will be in the sky on April 4th, June 20, and in November 12th. You know, guys, this conjunction is the lucky one. If you have this conjunction in your birth chart, then congratulations, because this is the conjunction which is responsible for all the great wealth in the world, okay? It is really aspect of great richness. So my prediction would be that there will be really like enough financial resources in society, and it will be only up to us how we can use it and handle it, hopefully for greater good, right? Now, speculative business can go very well during this year, because you know, sometimes there are really these inclinations that things can end up very well, and if Pluto is involved, there is still a little bit of, you know, something that is not so, you know, right, or something darker, or something like underneath, a little bit secretive. So things like this can really work, okay? With more personalized version of 2020 forecast for you. You know, I have to tell you that to see big picture of your year, I will be very honest and will tell you that it will be all about career, job, and sometimes about family. But let's break it down in this video. Your year will start off exactly on January 12th, because there will be lunar eclipse happening in your fourth house, and also on the very same date there will be Saturn conjunct Pluto. It will be in opposite house, in 10th house. So maybe during these months, because really, you know, eclipse is valid not only on the day, okay, so but it is really like week before and week after, it's the strongest, and you will feel the energies which will really force you to somehow, let's say, rethink your goals in career. But on the other hand, there will be things happening in your family. If you want to move out or move away, this is really great chance to do it, or at least to plan it, okay? Because with these lunar eclipses happening in the fourth house, there is very natural, let's say, involvement of family and home here, and yeah, overall it is very beneficial, but first it somehow has to be a bit difficult. So you will have to think a lot, okay, in January about your family and about your career, but things will definitely get clearer. But you Aries are very ambitious people, you are very driven, you know what you are doing, where you are heading. So really, you will be planning things and then you will act accordingly. Because always when there is 10th house somehow involved, people are often changing careers, you know, they are changing jobs, but definitely there is something which will be prominent, which will be major for you, okay? And for this year, it can be really connected to your career, to people, but more so to authorities. So maybe you will want to go your own path in career, or maybe you will get promoted, but you know, you really are impatient, right, you Aries? So during this year, if you will really ask for something bigger, or really to get higher in your career, I really strongly believe that you will be successful, because I can tell you that my assumptions is not based only on that Saturn conjunct Pluto, which is very heavy energy, right? Let's be very clear here. But you will also have Jupiter conjunct Pluto in the 10th house, and it will happen for you in April, in June, and in November 2020. And this is very beneficial energy. Sometimes this can mean that you will simply have luck, okay? Sometimes when Jupiter and Pluto is involved, you are just lucky. You are just lucky to get what you want. So really, just remember April, June, and November, and you know, things can really come to you in very pleasant way, even unexpected way. But really, Jupiter is called like there is that luck. And Jupiter is lucky planet, and for a good cause, for a good reason, right? Because we really sometimes get things that we maybe don't deserve as much, but you know, sometimes we are lucky, and you can definitely be lucky in your career in 2020. Okay guys, hopefully you like this forecast. If you want, you can comment on this video or ask some things. I read all your comments, and if you like this channel, I will be glad if you subscribe, because then I will be able to shoot more videos for you. And you know guys, I can offer you my readings, I can interpret all types of chart, really everything. I can really make your personalized prediction for upcoming years. This is one of my services. I am also expert in relationship astrology, in personality horoscope, child horoscope, career and money horoscope. Really, just check out my website horoscopesandreadings.com. There is also plenty of free stuff for you, because I write articles on weekly basis. And yeah, this was everything what I wanted to tell you. But really, in case you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I wish you a very nice day. Bye bye.